Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gatorade Eracing series. My name's T. We're bringing you tonight's action with race number 6 from the Dover Raceway in Delaware, as the field is getting set for what will be a very hectic battle. Dover, a place that can induce a lot of wrecks, a lot of action. Drivers will be struggling for grip in the corners. You'll see You'll see a lot of mistakes leading to passes. It'll be a very fun race to witness here, as this also comes with a points battle coming down to the wire and as we begin the second half of the regular season. Only 6 points separate the top two, Nike Boy Will and Dank Emotions, heading into this race. While Shake and Bake having only 3 stars, but winning all 3. He sits third, but 79 points back. Meanwhile, at the cutoff line, Mr. Goodbar is 7. He's 10th. 11th is That's a Terrorist, and 12th is Paul Walker Supra. And then the fight now in KU B-Ball Fan, a mere 8 points off. Drunkfest looking at 13 off, and then McCard, who made his points debut at Auto Club a couple weeks ago, he's sitting at 54 now. If one of the guys in that 11th, 12th range doesn't show up, if he makes it here and has a good race, he could very well move his way up into the points. I mean, for the playoffs. Last week we had our All-Star race. Still don't believe that it's on YouTube, unfortunately. I believe we had some technical difficulties with that. And it is quite a shame because there was a barn burner with a newcomer actually winning that one. That was Riley in the 47. Don't know if he's making his return for a points race today as we look into qualifying. Nike Boy Lee in the field over TSN Savage in the 8 car. He's in the playoff picture right now, right dead in the middle. So is Baseball Kid in that 24 as he goes down pit road. It's rolling. I see it on YouTube. Mr. Goodbar, we just talked about 10th place in points right there in the 7. He's trying to make a gap. Shaking Bacon in 9. Back for another race. Looking to go 4 for 4 and 4 starts for him. Mighty Dragon, Driver made his debut at the All-Star race last week in that 41. He's making his first points paying race here tonight. Payne, brand new driver in the 42. In his first start of the season, coming in here at race number 6. K-Line Boy, driver in the playoff picture right now in the 43. Masof's making his technically his third start of the year. Had a real good chance of winning last week at the All-Star race. Had some late race issues, and it was him and the 5 getting into it. Actually, that's Sharp as we're on right now as he's down pit road. 2 drivers that were very fast last week on the short track of Iowa. Could be another situation where they're fast here this evening. And Mike G in the 1 also in the playoffs. If you'll remember, he was one of the 5 drivers from the League versus League a week and a half ago. And then Ty Racing in the 10, making another start here. He is sneaking into the playoffs at this point. I believe he's right around 8th or 9th. And then we're back to Nike Boy Will in the 11 as he's coming out of pit road. 8 laps qualifying. I believe it's 100 in the race tonight. Stages will probably be looking at a very short stage 1 and stage 2 and 3 equal, but probably about 40 laps each. I would imagine that both those stages will have pit stops and or fuel strategy perhaps. But Dover, if you've played it in this game, you know that fuel gauge is a lie. That's going to be the big key, is who gets caught out by that. You usually drop about like 3 to 4 laps before on what it says before you run out of fuel at the end of your run. So saving here is going to be difficult. And I doubt we see many people try it unless it's something like 1 or 2 laps over, it says, and you're just trying to stretch it to that mark. We will see. It looks like qualifying's just about wrapping up here. We have Shake and Bake just having a little fun with his teammate in the 5. All fun and games at Gatorade Eracing Series. While we're waiting to get the starting lineup, if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter at GESN Racing, on Instagram at Gatorade Eracing Series. We are also active on TikTok. And if you're looking to join the league, you can message Nike Boy Will 12 either on PSN or on Discord with the same username, the hashtag of a 9242. Once again, Nike Boy Will 12, and then on Discord the hashtag is 9242. And so we got a really nice view of that 42 before we head back to the lobby to find out qualifying times here. And it's going to be Sharp on the pole with a 23-1, followed by Masos with a 23-2. And real close between second and through fourth, as you have a 23 and a 24-1 and a 24-3 between those three. That's Mike G and Nike Boy on the second row. And then Shake and Bake back in the 23-3s. He starts P5. 6th, TSN Savage. 7th, K-Line. 8th, Good Bar. 9th is Payne in his debut. 10th is Baseball Kid. And 11th, and rounding out the field for the moment. Oh, a couple more have just wandered their way in here. 11th is Mighty Dragon. And then Ty Racing. Looks like he just opted to start in the back in that 10 car. He will be 12th. 13th will be Paul Walker's Supra. And 14th is Story Square, making his first on-air appearance. I do believe he has made a start before, but this will be the first time he's on the air. As we'll now back out so we can let these guys start their racing. And I definitely got the one from Sharp. Looks like race control again, everything's situated as we are getting ready to go, racing 100 laps from Dover. So Paul Walker in the 38 showing up. That's huge for the cut line. He is right there at 12. But the 14 of Terrace not there. But neither is McCard. As we'll make our way into the race itself. Do not do that, Siler. And looking, I think the cutoff line is going to be safe for now, as we do have a late entry in Porchy rounding out the field at 15. That's a 2-car there at the back field, and he had a good run at an Auto Club 2 weeks ago. But we're looking at, don't know if we'll see a lot of action around the cutoff line today, but we'll be definitely seeing action around the track, as it's the 5 and the 3 on the front row, followed by the 1, the 11, the 9, the 8. We're green flagging underway from Dover. As they make their way down to turn one, Sharp with the advantage. With Soaps has a bit of a nose out, though, on that outside. Will he be able to hold it a bit longer around the outside? You sort of have that advantage a bit further back. No, he hits the wall. Mike G down to the bottom. It's 3 wide for the lead on the opening lap. Sharp backs out before getting a rear bumper full of the 11. Masopes holding around the outside. He's going to actually clear the 1. So it's Masopes into the lead. Mike G second. They're 3 wide back. Oh, the 42 shooting up the track. And now they're going to be 3 wide. Oh, then there's carnage in the back. 2 car down into the wall. 41. They all hang on to it by a miracle. And they sort of start to fan out from here. Oh, nope. I lied. 17:43 in a round at the back of the field. And that might be the first caution of the day. There. And a quick caution out on lap number 3. Masopes leads over Mike G. As off to a hectic start from Dover. Oh my. If the racing's going to be like this all night, I might lose my voice. Oh. Especially with the short stage 1 here, drivers seem to be getting a bit aggressive here early on. We might see it sort of fan out here in the stage 2. And Nike Boy will somehow get it all the way to the front. The 10 just pulls it to the apron. Might have a bit of engine issues there for the 10 car of Ty Racing. Meanwhile, Nike Boy will out in front. He gets clear of Masopes at the exit of turn number 2. They'll be side by side for second. Oh, and Masopes went hard on the inside. Slides up the track. He's going to go all the way through the outside wall nearly. Mike G now on the inside as Nike just couldn't hit the corner with the 3 under him. He gets the run. They're going to be side by side for second, entering the corner this time. As now Mike G has the advantage and now might be looking low in the 11 into 3 and 4. It looks like he has a nose and now a bit more. Side by side for 4, that's Masopes and Shake. The 3-time race winner facing the 3 car on the outside. As there's a group of 5 and then about a 10 for 2 back to Mr. Goodbar now in 6th place. But it's Mike G up at the front. Nike now trying to hold second off from Sharp, who has a bumper to 3 behind him. And into the wall goes the 11. And he's going to lose out all the way back to 5th, maybe even 6th. Mr. Goodbar, oh, a bit of contact now on the inside. They're going to be 3 wide back there for what looked to be the 8th position. They're still battling back there. As just scroll through, Shake moving down to the inside. That's for now 3rd position. Side by side, 24 and 2 going at it. Meanwhile, the battle up front starting to close down a little bit. As Sharp has caught Mike G. Now he peeks a nose at the exit of 4. The 1 car trying to get a run. They spit a side draft. And now side by side entering 1 and 2. 4 they lead. And the 5 gets it. Clears the 1 off the corner. And now the 9 into the party. Front 3 bumper to bumper. For the moment. Oh, it looks like the 9 might tag the wall there on the exit. Masopes back and forth. Mr. Garbar has gotten around Nike for that 5th spot. He cleared him. The 11 will be looking to make a pass back. As the 24. That's basically, he's now looking to the inside of the 11. This is going to be for 6th place right here. It looks like the 11's just able to get clear for the moment, and now he clears up in the middle of the corner. Impressive to say the least to get clear in that spot. As the field has sort of singled out single filed out for now. That's the top. Looks like the top 7 are all in. The top 3 are starting to break away from 4th through about 9th, and then it's single file tag alongs from there. Oh, but now it's side by side. Once again, Baseball Kid trying another attempt on the 11. As this time, he stays side by side, entering 1 and 2. The 11 can't make lightning strike twice. He'll lose out again to the 24, as he's just starting to go backwards after that smack of the wall earlier this run. Meanwhile, towards the back, the 10 and the 38, they're going to be going at it here in a moment. There's a 38 down to the inside, and he just gets the move done right. One sweep of him, sweep and move there. Meanwhile, up front, looks like the 1 now trying to hold back the 9 with all he can. The 5 has a tiny bit of a gap as the 1 goes onto the fence. Wow, Masos is pulled away from Mr. Goodbar, who sits in that 5th spot with Baseball Kid down his neck. It's almost like that little deer. Anyways, coming to white flag in the stage here. Sharp, he's gotten out to a decent lead. They barred a catastrophic mistake exiting one of these corners or entering even, as we saw with the 42 earlier. Looks to be good. 24, he's going for it late. And it's going to be 3 wide to the corner on the last lap of the stage. Nike Boy Wells shoves them both out the way. Here comes their 4 wide. Sharp's going to win the stage. Oh. Sharp wins the stage. Mike G second, Shagabake third, Masos fourth, and Nike somehow holds on the 5th, makes the 3 wide move, and then Story's like, I'm going to go even lower than you. Tried it there. Oh, my. That's for 5th in the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind, like, when we get down to the end of the race. There goes the end of stage number 1. As it looks like the 8 might have had a communication error with the pit crew. He's out there right now. You definitely cannot make it to the end. As he'll keep in the throttle. Now he pulls down to the bottom. So the 5's going to have a clean shot at the turn 1 entrance. Oh, the 8 could get down to the apron. That might hold up. Oh, that's going to hold up some traffic. Oh, that's going to be some cars in the wall. That's going to be some cars wrecking in. Oh, that is just a... It looks like that's going to be the 2nd caution for incident. 8 just couldn't get down to the apron and just stacks up the field. That very, very unfortunate set of circumstances there. 5's going to hold the lead for the moment. As it's now, don't expect a lot of action besides the 8 car and the cars that got damaged from all the shenanigans. Oh, it's going to be a expectation subversion here. Good amount of people staying. The 9 now out to the lead after staying out. It's the 1, the 2, and the 11 behind. Looks like the 17 also had stayed out, but lost out on a spot all right. Now he's going to try to go back and just loses the front end, but this could be a viable strategy. They didn't go that long, and it is difficult to pass around here. So Sharp and Soaps, they'll be on the freshest tires in the field out of these leaders. 2 car in the wall there, that's Porchy. Nike's going to dive down for third, and the 17 may have a chance to follow in here. Meanwhile, Sharp gets underneath Mr. Goodbar, who was on 2 tires by the looks of it, or none, depending on what he did with his pit crew. 7 car went in the wall. That's going to be both of them around by. Now Porsche looking back underneath the 17. And the 5 and the 3, and just about everyone is going to follow suit, as that 17 might be a sit and duck in the battle for position. Now Porchy, oh, he's peeked his nose. Now he's going to slide on the track. That might give room to the 5, and it will. And that's going to be 4th place for Sharp on the freshest tires. That could be a huge advantage for him. Oh, now the 2, he's playing defense on that 17 now. All right, that are just being way too over-aggressive, especially at this point in a race. Back up at the front of the field, Shake and Bake's holding a slight lead over Mike G, who's looked like he got a bit loose out the corner. We did mention that it is entirely possible to get loose. And I do see the 24 about to go a lap down. Might have had some issues at the start of this run. And oh, it's going to be 9. Might attack the wall. One's going to be underneath for the race lead. There he goes. Mike G to the lead. We'll cycle over here now. And that 24 is only about, I'd say, 2 seconds away from these leaders. So he might be defending for his life here as the stage goes on. The 11 and the 5 starting to pull away from Porchy and the Soaps back there, the 3, the 2 and the 3 respectively. Stories here in the 17 and Mr. Goodbar in the 7 behind them, and the field sort of spreads out from there with GESN Savage, Ty Racing, and then it's a battle between Paul Walker and K-Line. Oh, 17 hard in the wall. Keeps with the track. Mr. Goodbar finds a way around, but they both lose a lot of time. And GESN Savage in the 8 actually is going to find a way around the 17 as well. One car didn't really wreck. Oh, the 24's had more issues. As now he's getting passed by a lot of field down the apron. That front bumper is perked up a little bit. Yeah, he's definitely not had a good go at it. Meanwhile, the closest battle seems to be the one for the lead at the moment. Oh, actually, no. Miss Soap's coming up on that 11 of Nike right here. As we'll go on board for the first time this evening with the 3 as he searches for a way around the 11. He goes a bit higher of an arc than the 11. Nike's going to drift up, and now the 3 just gets a nice run there. Can't really take it anywhere with the 11 coming up into the line. But you see that same measurement being used now down 3 and 4. He tries to peek under, but just doesn't have enough momentum. He's going to need bit more of a slide up from his competitor there to really get that job done. Meanwhile, Shake's battling inside of Sharp. He's actually going to get cleared here for second. Might have been a bit of contact, or the 9's just sort of falling off here. Just doesn't seem to have the grip. He just lost a good bit. And the Soaps just, I don't know, just lost it. He is getting back up to speed now. and just hard on the inside wall. He keeps the car going. He might be able to make his way back around to either pit road or just stay in it. But meanwhile, it's not. And now race control calling on me. Oh, the 9 is starting to lose his car a bit. It's caution coming at the line here. Looks race control calling a caution with the so that and now have we wrecked under the caution, ladies and gentlemen? Oh boy, we have wrecked under the caution. We've wrecked under the caution. Now the game has decided to take it into his own hands because they've just said, you know what, you guys can't drive under the caution. Although, in fairness, it is more difficult than it seems. It is fairly difficult compared to what you would think. If you've ever played F1, you would know. Try not to run into people while they're darting all over the track. Anyways, Mike G's going to have the front here with Sharp to his outside as we go back green. Nike into the third spot as he was able to get by Sharp right before the manual came out. 14 to stage, they're good on fuel from here on out in stage number 2 as Mike G gets a solid jump of things, followed by Nike, who's side by side with Sharp in the battle for second. Shake back into third. Oh, a bit of contact. Sharp losing a ton of spots. That's back to about the mid-pack for him. Yeah, looks like I might need to hit the wall. So that's going to move 9 to third. Now Portage Story Square, that rounds out the top 5 as they're battling. Mike G holds the lead. As the front two stars have had issues now, both of them in this second stage, leading the drivers that started 3, 4, 5 in that order now taking the podium. As good side-by-side battling here in the mid-pack, 42 of Payne in his debut, holding off the 7 to 24 to 3 and the 38. Uh, 41 down pit road. Don't know if that's any engine issues for him or what's happening. And can't confirm that it is a engine issue for the 41. First retirement out of the 15 drivers this evening. Oh, Porchy might have caught a clip of the 17's front bumper as he hit the wall there. Now the 8 and the 5 going after position behind them as they all stacked up. So that's going to be the battle for 6, and now the battle for 4 is going to heat up here as the 17 goes right underneath and right on through. Give this 4th place to the 17 of Story Square as the laps start winding down here in stage number 2. Now right at 8 to go here, and it's going to be Mike G and Nike and Shake. They're all about the same, like car and a half apart from each other. And then you just have this group behind them of 17 to 2. The 5 now trying to get back underneath the 8. And the 24 who got the free pass under the caution, he's making a nice comeback back into the top 10 and battling for even more here. That'll be a nice day for the 24 if he could recover. But now coming to 7 to go. 4 to go. 6 to go, race control has confirmed. All right. As a 9. Shake and Bake is going to be side by side for second, but is this going to be battling a bit too much for the 1 to get away now? Shake and Bake into second place. It's going to be 5 to go in the stage. Shake hits the wall. That's going to be Nike Boy back around for second. With 4 to go on the stage. Sharp ahead of Porchy now. He's back into the 5th spot after his catastrophic start to this final run in stage 2. Now Porchy's gotten passed by TSN Savage. He's back in 7th, and he might lose that to Baseball Kid here. With 3 to go now on the stage. As the 42 is found in the apron again. As he gets passed up by the 7 there by the looks of it. Now Sharp under pressure from Savage and the company. As now 2 to go. Sharp under duress. Shake under duress for the 3rd spot. Mike G is out to Narnia for the lead. He is... Oh, Shake's lost it again. And into the wall. Hard in the outside wall. Big wreck to in the stage. TSN Savage gets caught up in it. Caution's out. Stage is over. Mike G wins it. Nike Boy second. Story Square avoids the spinning 9 car to claim 3rd. And Sharp somehow getting 4. Oh my. So we'll be right around the same 40 lap life here for this final stage. If we are caution free, which is a big if at this point, we should have to make a green flag pit stop. But it'll be the 1 and the 11 right here on the front row for stage number 3 to begin. 17 and 24 behind him. Baseball Kid, he's made a solid recovery. Paul Walker in the 38 as well. He's in the 5th spot right now. And Masopes, after that wreck in stage 2, he's back battling. He's right now 6 as he passes Mr. Goodwater. Side by side for the lead still. And side by side for 3rd as well. But now the 1 gets clear. The 11 way up the track as he's going to lose out. He's going to be outside the top 5 for the moment. Oh, a bit of squeezing. 24 caught a bit of the wall as they were going 3 wide with the 11 recovering. 17 looks like he hit the wall. 30 has to duck underneath. And oh, now there's contact and stacking up everywhere. Oh, they are under a blanket. The 11 trying to hold on in the middle of this pack. 3 wide for 3rd. 38's going to just stay high. Oh! Shake and Bake just... Oh. 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 The 9 car... The 9 cars just pulled his inner Dale Earnhardt, just went straight into the outside wall. Huge wreck, caution out. That car just went straight right. And in case you haven't noticed, This is a left turn series. That's not going to be a recipe for success. The caution's out for, looks for, I believe, the fourth time for incident, or actually the fifth time for incident in this race. Right around 35 to go in the race. And it'll be down to about 30. Oh, the two cars saying everyone else behind them pits here as 14 remain for this last run. It was the 2 and a 1. And we hit 34 to go in the final stage of this race. The 2 gets clear of the 1 for the moment now. Mike G looking back underneath. Getting the spot. He's going to be side by side. 38 way up in the wall back there. Now Baseball Kid suffering the same fate. It looks like he hit the wall, and then the 38 got a bit of it as well. And the 38 is around back there. Yeah, he just caught a bad break. 24 against the wall. 38 just right up on him, and that car just shoots sideways. Meanwhile, they go single file for front 3. Porchy just struggling to hold on to his car on the old tires. Loses a couple spots hitting the wall there. As now he's going to be under duress. Oh! Then the 1 car, that was the leader, has lost it. The 11 gets caught up a bit in it, so does the 7. The 6 car, caution, might have caught the apron, might have just gotten loose. Oh, we are just talking. We are in for a spectacle here. It's already been a spectacle. And by some realm of Narnia, the 17 has found its way into the lead. With and the 2 has decided to stay out again. Or he's taking 2 tires, but I don't know if you know the definition of insanity. But doing something the same time over and expecting a different result, it's not in your favor, to say the least. The 2 has gotten clear this time again. But now the 17 working back around the outside this time. Oh, contact. The 2, they're up the track, sharp underneath. There's contact. Oh! Masopes. Caution's out. The 5 car was being opportunistic going 3 wide underneath the 2 cars sliding with the track, and the 8 car decided to go just a bit lower. They all stacked up. The 5 just tried backing out of it, but it was too late at that point. Cars stack up. The 3 car goes around in the wall, and it's that flagman started to get exercise up there in the tower. As it looks like the 24 might have the advantage here. So Savage and Payne Story, they've all might have done some sort of strategy here. The 24 and the 2 behind them, I believe those are the first 2 and 4. Porchy was blocking all the way down to the apron there. There'll be Savage holding the lead for the moment. Oh, and a wreck behind him again. Big wreck. 9 was, you could see it in 9 sideways, and just as they go around. 8th caution for a wreck. The 17 and the 24 look to be the front two. And that's followed by the 8 now, but with being on the old tires to see how he's lost, he might opt to swap it around here. Tires tires looking like they might be something to look at. As we look, the 17, the 8 lead the front row, the 24 behind, and with the 2. 20 to go. In theory, if we somehow manage to stay green, we're going to be good on fuel. For those that have been keeping up with that and have close to a full tank. 17 clear, the 8. 24 now hard battle with the 8 cars. They start sliding up the track. The 11 can't get underneath this time. Bit of jockeying back. Get 4. As second place, Baseball Kid, who, ladies and gentlemen, was a lap down in stage 2, might I recall. He's trying to defend against the 11, who nearly tagged the wall there, just about avoids it. And now he's defending from the 1, who's been the fastest car just about all race. He's won both these stages. But with a bit of a mix-up going on with all these cautions of the late, he's stuck back and forth right now trying to get around the 11. And it's the 5, the 8 behind. But now Baseball Kid, he's coming up to Story Square real quick here. And same can be said for the 11, the 1, and the 5. And we're going to be getting racy here, folks. Here in the last about 17 laps of this race. Mike G being the first one to pounce, looking inside the 11 for third. And now the lead could be swapping hands here. 24 underneath the 17. I don't think he could hold it. Don't think he can hold it. No, he cannot. 17 is going to get clear for the moment. Oh, now he's going to make a run back on the exit from the inside. And now 17 way up the track. 24 is going to take the lead. The 11 right on his bumper and the 1 on his. 15 to go in the race now. 24-0. Got a shot from the 11 right at the end. The 1 now working on the outside. 17. The 5 car trying to make a move for 4th on Story. As Mike G peaks low. Can't really get to work. Got a tad bit loose. With Soaps back to the picture. He's 6th place and Shake 7th. If those two get up here, we're going to be talking about some chaotic racing in these last couple of laps here. Looking down at about 13 to go now as we come to the line. Battling going on mid-pack as Portuguese trying to hold off 3 wide. 38-7 contact. 38 around into the inside wall. And race control is going to call. And now the game's going to call it right before they get to the line. So we're going to be looking at 10 9-lap shootout for this race. And things could be starting to get interesting. Strategy is going to matter here. Some people want to try to stay out and try to hold off the leaders and those who take fresh tires. Baseball Kid holds the lead for a moment. It looks like the 42 is taking 2 tires here. Green flag out in the air. The rookie in his debut. 24 to his outside. It's the 11 and the 1 behind. As Nike's going aggressive. 24 around the outside. Bit of contact. 24 gets clear. And a big wreck. As they scatter, caution out again after 2 corners. 24 managed to get clear before it looks like contact between the 11 and the 42. And the field stacks up behind. And we've hit double digits for incidents. That we said pre-race that this place is prone to cautions, and it certainly has come true in this one, as we'll now have probably around a five lap shootout. And we saw a strategy already being played with about 8 or 9. So even less now, we're going to see more people. Looks like 7 stay out. 17 on tires. It looks like the freshest might be in the back with with Shake and company. Baseball Kid. Can he hold him off for 5 laps for his first win? Nike up the track a bit from second. Now Sharp underneath. Bit of contact with the wall for the 11. Sharp underneath now for position. They'll be side by side for the lead with 4 to go. Mike G in the 1 behind. It's going to be game cautions from here on out. A 5 and a 24 side by side. Can the 24 manage to get a run to keep his spot? Oh, they looks like they're wrecking behind again. I think Sharp has the lead for this caution. It's going to be green, white, checkered. Oh, baseball is able to hold on. 24 is still going to have the advantage in a 2-lap shootout. Sharp's going to be 2 is outside, barring any sort of weird strategy where some of these drivers just drop back. The one and I think the 2 is going to be back in that 4th spot. Now I think at this point, if you're in the front 3 rows, you probably who you're looking at for the race winner as we hit green, white, checkered, and NASCAR overtime and whatever you call it. Baseball Kid is 24-5, 1, 2. It's green in the air. Story, who took 2 tires on that last caution, he's going to be 6. Watch out for him. Oh, the 7 blocking the 9 way down the track. Oh, they're going to be hitting the apron. 24 into the lead, the 5 in the wall, 2 in the wall. Will they make it to the white flag? Baseball Kid sees the white flag. Mike G2 is outside. They're wrecking in the back. 1 car around. Gabe says let him race. Mike G can't hold it. Baseball Kid holding on for his first win. Story in the wall. Comes back up the track. Big wreck in the back of the field. And they call it on the backstretch wreck. Baseball Kid, first career win as he comes across the line. Mike G holds on to second and Sharp in third. Oh. Third points race winner of the season after 6 races, and from out of nowhere. As all right. Shake and Bake dropping down below the 23-second mark for the fastest lap of the race. That was followed by Mike G. Uh, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, that might be some of the wildest racing. The Monster Mile, living up to its name once again, as we get ready for post-race interviews with our podium drivers. Uh, while we're waiting for interviews once again, if you've liked what you've seen, be sure to subscribe for more Gatorade Eracing Series action coming next. As next week it looks to be, we look to be at Talladega.
Somebody's mic
Oh
is
boy.
buzzing. All right, we'll get to third place sharp. You got a copy?
I'm here, boys.
So, tell us about your day. How was the car? Just give us a rundown.
Sat on the pole, felt like I had a pretty good shot at winning this thing. Just every time we had a long run, I felt like I had the best long run car, along with Mike G. Props to him on a second place run, and great job to Baseball Kid for surviving all that chaos, because it definitely got chaotic throughout the middle stint of stage 2 and pretty much all of stage 3. We just could never really get a long run established. I mean, people were struggling with the apron, just trying to dodge all the mayhem pretty much, but that car was a rocket. Just could never get a run established. Could never really get going. And I was I was good on a short run, but I needed about a lap or two for the car to like really take off. Right off the restart, I didn't really have the pace, and I had a shot to get by a Baseball Kid, and I just couldn't quite get it to grit the bottom like I needed to. So he deserved it. He held me off with a lot of finesse there. So all in all, pole winner, and it was a decent race overall. We got a stage win, fifth and or fourth or third in the second, something like that. So I mean, it's a good point stay. We'll move on to next week and we'll battle it out again. But definitely, I felt like I left something to be desired there.
Yeah, you'll definitely move up in the points this week with um who missed this week?
Um,
Dank. Dank did not race this week, so you'll more than likely move up in the points. So that's at least something to.
and Nike Boy Aaron.
And my brother didn't race, so Dank had a pretty significant lead. You'll definitely jump over my brother though. But good race. You definitely seemed like you had the car to beat on the long run, like you were saying for sure. You would run everybody down near the end of the stages. Like you were saying, the third stage was kind of chaotic, so
Yeah,
couldn't
it was more
benefit
or
you.
less, it's a rhythm racetrack. I mean, you start getting a couple of laps under your belt, and then you can kind of get into a little bit of a groove. And I think that's what was hurting me the most, was just all those little short stints. You'd have a caution, people would be mixing it up with two tires or staying out, and you get caught up mid pack or something. And Dover is a tough track to pass on, and you try to be patient and you try to get going, and you make contact with somebody, and there's just not a lot of real estate. So there goes another caution, and frustrating at times. It was fun racing at times. I mean, me and my G were battling pretty good at times. He definitely had another car that was capable of winning there, and I think if that caution didn't come out, I think he had a shot out of four, maybe, because I think the 24 overdrove it through middle of 3 and 4. I think Mike was in pretty good position to get there, but overall, good race for the two of us there, and we'll go on to dig and see if we can survive the chaos there.
Yep. You got anything for him, T-Bird?
I think you hit on all cylinders there. Just you kept it about as clean as you could, but just sometimes just the way this track falls. It is the Monster Mile for a reason, after all. And I mean, like it is like you talked a lot about getting to a rhythm, and I would definitely agree that this is a rhythm track. But when you can't really get into a rhythm, it is going to be difficult, and just sort of breeds cautions in that nature. So Overall, just sometimes it's the best that you can do, which it's not bad.
No, not at all. I mean, overall, solid day. And again, props to Mike G on the runner-up, and congrats to baseball on his first win. Well done.
Yep. All right, Mike. Mike G, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, the same thing. Just definitely seemed like you and Sharp definitely had the cars to beat. I'd say you had the edge on the like short to mid, but then like Sharp was saying near the end of the runs, his car was definitely the strongest out of the group. So just give us a rundown of what you think you could have done differently to get the win, or like just your opinion and everything of the whole race.
Um, I think Sharp hit it on the head. We had the two best cars. I was really fast in the beginning. In the middle, the one long run we had, he was coming quick. I was just too loose. First, second stage was great. Um, you know, I thought it was good racing up to about that point. Then, like you said, all the chaos kind of ensued. I lost control of the race when I made a stupid foo bar move and decided to hit the apron and won, leading by a second, and spun and ended up at the back. So I got nobody to blame but myself. But um, we'll go get him a Dega. Congratulations to Baseball Kid on his win, and me and Sharp always seem to end up together at this racetrack. So good run, buddy.
Oh yeah, you got anything for him, T-Bird?
Um, just I mean, it is. I mean, I will say you probably. I was thinking you're going to be the car to beat, just
Yeah.
straight up, especially because we were starting to get cautions towards the end, and you seem to have the best short run car. But even then, I do believe like you'll probably get a spot here in the points on the 43 and the 18. That's going to be two spots for you, and you're looking solid for coming up here with the end of the regular season coming up. Started the second half today, and you've been one of the faster guys since we've been on the air. So, I'm sure that was going to come at some point.
Yeah, it's. I hope it's going to come. Hopefully, it's next week. I love plate racing. And like Sharp said, I was at the inside of the 24 on the last lap. I got there. I think I bumped him a little bit, but he overdrove it. And then the caution come out. So it could have been the day we could have drag raced, but it'll come. I missed a few races, so I'm not as up in the points as I'd like to be. But we'll push it second half.
Yeah, no doubt that you'll get more than one win, more than likely, before this is all said and done. So, congrats on second. And you said you're looking forward to next week. So am I. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. And like I said, good job, baseball.
Yep. All right, baseball. You got a copy? Race winner, baseball kid.
Yeah.
Man, tell us how you did that.
Well, I think it was four wide, and when the caution came out, I was below everybody, and I just came out of the lead and just held it from there. I was just getting really nervous, and I'm pretty sure all the cautions helped me, because I'm pretty sure if it stayed green the whole time, I was not gonna stay up front, because I'm very inconsistent, and I probably either spun or hit the apron.
Hey, consistent enough to get the checkered flag, man. So it's all you. Yeah, I know on that last one when we had the last wreck, or I got wrecked. You were. I know when I hit the outside wall, you were like third, and I looked up and I was like, I was relaying information to T-Bird, and I was like, baseball kid's your leader, because he was saying it was Sharp, and I was like, well, baseball is actually the leader, so I don't know how you got it right before. But you kind of explained that y'all were like four wide, but hey, whatever it takes. I mean, a win's a win.
Yeah.
You got anything for him, T-Bird?
I'm just wondering what was going through your head when stage two, you're down a lap after. Well, first off, what was happening in stage two? Because you were struggling at that point, and then you just made a monster comeback through all the chaos in the back half of this race.
Well, on my end, the whole lobby lagged, and then I hit somebody, and then I went into the wall, and my arrows all damaged. I went down a lap, and then a caution came out, and then I just fought my way back up through the chaos before all the cautions came up, and I was just I was just in the lead at the time.
Yeah, well, I will say and repeat the sentiment that Sharp had said. Very very nice, very finesseful job defending that lead at the end there. And congratulations on a still well-deserved first win in this series. Third race winner of the year. Third race winner in the
Hey,
history of
guaranteed.
Gatorade, and you still have more wins than the points leader and league owner now. So
Hey, yeah, and he's guaranteed a playoff spot. So
Thank you.
yeah, because mathematically, what do we have? Four. We have
yeah,
four left. So yeah, you're guaranteed, and there's no way we can have
well,
no
you're
way we can have
guaranteed with a
more
race win
winners.
no matter what, because we only have 10 regular season
Right,
races and 12
right.
spots.
That's one reason. That's one reason that I did that. But I mean, Sharp and Sharp and Shake have hogged all the wins. This is Shake's first loss since he's raced. He's in the league, so you know he's gonna get back in there and figure out something for Talladega. But hey, moving on up. So I guess that's it on that. So yep. Thanks for coming out and watching the stream today, or if you're watching it back. And see y'all next Sunday night at 9 p.m. at Talladega. So
Yep. One last thing, if you haven't all, if be sure to follow us on social media: Twitter at GESN Racing, Instagram at Gatorade Eracing Series, and on TikTok, I believe it's at GESN League, as well as being able to contact the man that's right here with me, Nike Boy Will 12 on PSN or Discord if you want to join on the racing action starting next week at Talladega. But with that, we'll see you next week, and we are signing off.
yeah, good win, baseball. Hey, you got it.